So Chris, what do you think?
It's magnetic ride control. It's amazing how flat it corners, yet you hit the rough stuff and it's completely damp and a comfortable ride. Best of both worlds.
Oh yeah. And if someone wants to buy this from you, what's your cell phone number?
Cell phone 801-452-5166. By all means, come in and take a test drive. It's priced really well. You're not going to find a vehicle that's as nice as this, as featured as well for the price. So, and if you haven't checked out a Cadillac, you got to check them out. You got to check out the Blackwings. Doesn't take much. Do a little research, and yeah, they're getting great reviews. It's one of the better driving chassis out there right now in the segment.
There you go. You heard it here first, guys. Let's go ahead and take a quick walk around, and we're going to drive this beast. Whenever someone thinks about a sports sedan, they typically think about a BMW. But if you haven't considered the CT4V Blackwing, you're missing out. This car literally has about $10,000 worth of carbon fiber, and I really do think this is one of the best cars on the market right now. I'm here at Jerry Seiner. You just met Chris. If you would like to test drive this car or purchase it, be sure to reach out to him. Let's go ahead and start with the window sticker so you guys can get an idea of the price point on this car right now. Now this is the window sticker for the Blackwing, and here are the colors at the top. Midnight Steel Metallic, twin turbo V6, which we'll go over here in a second. And be sure to pause it for some of the standard equipment on this car. 4-year 50 warranty with a 6-year 70. And base price is right here at $60,995. Now I was wrong. This car has over $10,000 worth of carbon fiber. So carbon fiber 1 package and 2. And then here's a few other things. Be sure to pause it. I'm not gonna go through every single thing. And that paint does cost a little bit extra too. Destination's right here at $1395 with a total price of $83,810. And this is a used car, so right now it's priced at $66,861. So here's the backstory on this car. Customer ordered a CT5V Blackwing. He got tired of waiting for it to come in, so he bought this instead in the interim. When his car came in, he traded this in on that. So that's why it has low miles. And you can pretty much see on the front end all that carbon fiber. You have it on the splitter, on the canards, on the side right there, both sides. Love that weave too, by the way. Let's get a little bit closer so you can see it in the sun. It looks so good. And headlights have a really nice design. This has been like a signature for Cadillac. Parking sensors up front, kind of hidden too. You don't really see them pop out at you that much. Really nice style grille. And a lot of places for air to go. You can see some of the radiators built into the front of the car here. And check out that bulge in the hood. Now off to the side, you can see more of that carbon fiber right here. And this midnight color looks great with bronze. I think it's a perfect spec. As far as the brake calipers go, they're finished in bronze too. Brembo front and rear. Michelin tires, 255, 35, 18. More carbon fiber on the side there. And then this is a functional vent there. Turn signals on the mirrors. Now here's a side view. Now these tires out back are 275, 35. Premium gas, obviously. And you have smart key on the front and rear doors. And then check out your huge Blackwing. That does kind of resemble like the NASCAR spoilers. And let's see how wide the tires are. So they have like a nice girth to them. I personally like to see 285, 295 tires, but you know, this is not a big car. More carbon fiber out back. You have your quad exhaust. Looks really good. Backup cameras right there. Your Blackwing badge. And you can pop the trunk out back. And this is pretty decent too. 60/40 rear seats. You can see that subwoofer out back. And then here's that color, kind of in the shade here. Should be able to see it a little bit better right here. So under the hood is this 3.6 liter twin-turboed V6. I've driven naturally aspirated Camaros. Now granted, those cars are a little bit lighter in comparison to this, but this V6 pulls hard. This car has 472 horsepower that comes on around 5,750 RPMs and 445 pound-feet of torque. I love how they've tightened up the chassis up top here too, so you know this car is going to handle well. I didn't mention it earlier, but magnetic ride control is a part of this package, and 10-speed transmission is a option. It does come with a 285 rear if you do get that setup here, which is this car. And if you get the 6-speed manual, you would get a 373. Now, let me get this straight. You can get a 4-door sedan in 2023 with a manual transmission. You heard that correctly. Yes, you can get a 6-speed manual transmission behind this engine. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. Now, this is the base seats that you would see in this Cadillac. So you do have a little bit of leather on the sides. You have this suede material and then this fabric material right here. And these are your racing seats. You have some black accents at the top here with some leather accents with white piping and stitching. Out back, you have this Alcantara, and they show that V logo there. And overall, I do like these seats. I don't know why Dodge won't do something like this with the Chargers, just to kind of reduce some of the weight in that car. But on the door here, you have some more white stitching, leather, perforated leather right there, all soft touch at the very top. Now down below, this is all finished in hard plastic. That's how you pop that rear trunk. All of your controls for your windows and mirrors. I don't see that you can auto fold these mirrors, however. Seat memories up top, and this does have the AKG sound system. I believe it's 15 speakers. These are 18-way seats, by the way, too. So you can tighten up the bowstring on the bottom and the top of the seats here. Lumbar support goes up and down. And you have a power steering wheel. It's also finished with this Alcantara. You have some red at the very top here. And let's go ahead and jump in. Sport pedals down below, including the dead pedal. And then here's your sill for the door. For your gauge cluster, you do have a 12-inch high definition screen, and then here's an 8-inch screen on the side. In order to start this car up, there is a push button right here. I'm surprised they didn't do anything special like make this red or something like that. And then, I don't know if I showed you guys, but there's a little bit of carbon fiber right there. Also by your cup holders, and just more leather wrap up top here. You have your wireless charger for your phone. As you would expect, dual climate control. This car does have heated seats, not ventilated, however. And Apple CarPlay is going to be wireless on this screen, navigation. And overall, hold on one second. If you want to turn down the audio, the buttons are right here. So your hand's going to rest on the armrest, so you can pretty much control all this pretty easily. Inside of this area, you have two USBs, 12-volt plug, and all this is like finished in like a kind of like a velvet material. I don't know what to call this. Some people call it felt, but it's not felt. And place to put your phone if you want to charge it right there. Here's some of your modes. Let's go ahead and go through some of them. So you have touring, sport, and track, snow and ice, and then you can do some customizations too. So that's going to really tighten up the suspension. It's going to make the exhaust a little bit louder, things like that. Love some of the information they show you on this screen. And like I said, this is all configurable too. You can change the colors, things like that. And that's what makes these sports cars, you know, really intuitive too. Like even on this side, it shows you, you know, what the sport mode will do. It'll also show you what the track mode will do. So it just really tightens everything up. And even the brakes change a little bit too. And like I said, you can do snow and ice, so it gives you less power. And again, you can just kind of go through this and edit it for your mode. Let's see what this button does, because I'm not really sure yet. So this shows you your performance for traction. So yeah, this is traction control. So you can put it in wet mode, you can put it in dry mode, or you can put it in sport mode. They have a race 1, race 2. So we'll keep it in sport. And then you have this button. So this is the V mode. So I guess this is another drive mode that they give you. And then you can put it back in tour mode. Here's the vanities on both sides. Love how they finished the roof, the A and the B pillars in the fabric material. LED lights right here, home link for your garage, and then this is how you control the sunroof. I would have liked to see a panoramic sunroof, but hey, we can't be too picky, right? And I won't take too much time, but you do have navigation on this screen here, and the home button is going to be your friend to go through some of the stuff, so you can control your climate on the screen, which you don't have to because all the buttons are on the outside of it too. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. So as I said earlier, 18-way front seats. Glove box right here. And pretty much the same design that you saw on the driver's side. Out back, really nice attention to detail with the stitching. I have the seats all the way back. I'm 6'1", and although I can have these seats go up a lot more, it's very tight back here. I can still close the door, and I guess two of me could sit back here, but no one can sit in the center seat. 12-volt plug, air vents. There's no curtains in the rear or on the sides, which is something I would like to see on these types of cars. The roof does sit pretty low, but they do give you an indention right here. Headrest and 2 cup holders, but no heated rear outboard seats. And these are not perforated leather seats either. So in case you like to see these numbers, this is showing you the gross fuel weight rating and then the axle ratings on this car. They don't show you the wheel specs, which I would like to see, but nevertheless, this car weighs just under 4,000 pounds at 3,960 pounds. So that's not bad. I had a Charger Hellcat that was a wide body. That car probably weighed somewhere in the neighborhood of about 48 to 5,000 pounds, somewhere in there. And although that car handled well, we need to drive this to see how it handles. Now here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do in the next video a drive, and we're gonna check out MPG. I do have a Draggy, which will show us what the 0 to 60 times would be. And I know this is not a fair comparison, but we'll put it up against this 2017 BMW M4 as a comparison, all right? Be sure to subscribe to the channel. See you guys soon.